This is TNT barbecue with a southern explosive taste. I'm out here. I'm gonna do a trimming video, okay? So basically I have many trimming videos, but you learn how the mistakes you do make, the mistakes you don't make. So hopefully you learn a little bit from this brisket video. I got better lighting, I got a better camera, so that's what we're going to do today. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I had roast beef today. So we're going to do a brisket video. We're going to bring you in, and we're going to trim this brisket. So basically, it's not a full cook just yet, but it's going to be a trim brisket, and this is the trimming brisket video. Okay, so this is for trimming a brisket for beginners. Okay, and I hope you learn from this. TNT, baby. So.
I feel like it's not turned off.
No, leave it on, son. Leave it on.
Still says recording. I am not going to touch anything. I'm going to, press, some power off the light.
So you need to, So what we have here is a 14-pound brisket, okay? 14 pounds. And this brisket's been washed and it's been patted dry as I can get it, okay? So what I have here is a regular old knife, okay? But it's pretty sharp, okay? So this is the flat. This is the point. Fatty, lean, okay? So let's go. That's part of education. Okay, so this is, they call it the deco too. So deco, fatty, all that kind of stuff. So what I like starting off is taking this thick, hard fat off. Okay, I like to start off with that. Okay, so I go into the meat a little bit, and I just go and try to get this yucky fat out of here. And you want to do this with the meat kind of cool, because the cooler the meat is, the easy it is to get this fat off of the meat. And I'm just going, that's not going to render, okay? That is not going to render, and when you slice, it's just going to make everything look nasty, okay? So as you can see, the brisket is starting to look more uniformly now. And what I like doing is, I don't try to go too much into the meat, but I try to carve that fat out a little at a time. I don't try to go too deep, because I don't want to go into the meat, but you can feel it from your hand. You can feel this meat just come back. If the camera pick it up what I'm trying to say. Right on. Excuse me. So, if you peel back here, you can see that fat, just how it peels out of the brisket, okay? And you just keep going. Like I said, it's better to carve a little and try to get everything at one swipe, because once you cut it, it's off the brisket. Now, as you can see, that's all fat. So let me show you. Oh my goodness, there's no meat. There's no meat in that, okay? All that's fat. That's no good. So that's why I just cut off. That's all fat, so let's not add nothing to that, okay? So I'm just gonna just come back over here. I know I'm kind of covering stuff up, but I just want to get a good trim job going on this brisket. So I just go down, and I don't try to take too much out, because it does help me personally. I believe it does help with the flavoring the meat, but like I say, you don't have to go through this, but if you want a good brisket for your family, I recommend you do it. So it helps with the bark. helps with the bark if you just take a lot of this fat off. Now, I'm talking the fat, the bad fat, the hard fat, not the fat that will render, okay? Because it is fat that does render. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to cut all the fat off of brisket, because that's just not me. I'm not doing that. And I wouldn't tell you that, okay? So, and if you got a way of doing a brisket, it's a lot of people that cook brisket out there and have brisket trimming videos. But this is how I'm trimming my brisket, and this is how I have learned how to very success cooking brisket, is doing it this way. And I just go and take a little of this silver skin off. I don't worry about too much silver skin. I just go, like I said, keep your knife pointed up like so, and you can take a lot of silver skin off here just by keeping your knife up like so. Okay, and I just go in here and a lot of the silver skin just come right off. So a lot of that cooks off. But if you like me, I use a pellet cooker. Not all the time, but sometimes I use a pellet cooker. Sometimes I use a stick burner. I try to keep my brisket fat side down because the heat source comes from the bottom. So that's why I'm kind of trimming a lot more of the brisket. Okay, now. And this is no way competition style trimming, so this is for us to do at home and us to eat, okay? You see that fat right there? That flap? To me, that goes, because that's just something where it's going to make the whole brisket look funky. So, look at that guy. You know, that's silver skin like you won't believe. So, and I just go in between here and you just follow your knife and you just peel, and you'll see when you get into the meat, just angle down a little bit more, go into the fat, you'll see the fat just the fat that you don't want. You'll understand the difference between the fat and the meat, and when you see marbling, you want to angle your knife up a little bit more, basically, you know. But like I say, I'd rather do a little than a lot. So I'd rather go shallow than to go too deep. And I like keeping my briskets together. I'm sorry, that's just me. I like keeping my briskets together. But I don't like a lot of fat in between my enough fat. So burnt ends, okay. So you could be here all day on some silver skin, but we ain't gonna do that. You know, keep your knife up, kind of up, and just go up. And you get that silver skin off that thing. If I see a big piece right here, I'm just going to go in and take the silver skin off right here. And remember, sharp knife. What I mean, keep your blade up like this, okay? So you're not cutting down the meat. And while you keep your blade up, keep that fat pulled tight, and it'll kind of do its thing. You just follow the fat, follow the silver skin, follow the silver skin, and as long as you keep the blade up, you will have success with trimming this brisket, okay? what I do is just clean the knife off a little bit. That's why I have a towel here. Clean the knife off a little bit once I get that fat on it like that. Okay, so that's what we're looking at, okay? This is all no good, okay? So, what I like doing is turn this over, okay? And just flatten everything out where I can feel the hard fat. And I just go in, like I say, lightly. You know, you don't want to start too deep. Just start shallow. Shallow cuts. This is for beginners. This is not for y'all pros out there. This is just for the beginners, okay? I'm not saying do a competition, but I'm just saying if you want to gouge a brisket, you know, just try to do it like the pros do it, and you'll have gouges in your brisket. That's just my opinion. But if you just do small cuts and keep doing them until you think you get the thickness you want on your fat, and you will have a brisket that turns out trimmed pretty good. Now, cooking it is another story. Cooking it is another story, you know. This is a USDA choice brisket. It's not a fried. This is not a Wagyu, you know. But this is a choice brisket. You see? Okay. Over to the side. I just like going, like I say, always take go down and take a small cut first. Because once you cut off, it's done. And you can see what I'm cutting off there is no meat in that. You know, you see a little meat, but not enough to worry about. Now just let me know where the fat is going. So, see how thick that is? So what I do is, I go thin, like I told you. I don't want to go too deep in my fat because I don't want to. Once you cut, you cut. So you want to trim it. And I don't care how much you cook it fat side down, it's not gonna render all this fat. So, but that's flavor though. That fat gets a good flavor, gets a good bark on it. You'll be rewarded. You will be rewarded. And I just take out that gray fat because that to me is not appealing to eat. And like I say, I go in and I get that stuff off. And if you just keep going shallow, shallow slices. You see, all my slices are shallow because shallow, like not as deep as the other ones. Because, like I say, I want to make sure that when I start trimming this thing, I want the fat to be even. So the brisket cooks a lot better and looks a lot better. All that trimming, and I'm just not getting some meat, okay? So it'll tell you when you get the meat, and then you just keep going slower and just keep trimming until you get to the finished product. And the reason why I'm making this video because I did another brisket video, trimming video, and I believe I didn't explain myself the way I should have in that video. So I hope this one does a lot better to help people trim their briskets, especially beginner barbecuers. So that's my whole goal, to help those guys out. So they can have success in their cooks and won't get too discouraged in cooking barbecue. Because I want the love to go to everybody. And like my boy Ray Mack say, love and no hate. So that's all I got to say about that. That's a lot being said. Love and no hate. So, and you can see me, I'm still trimming. I'm taking a little off at a time. I'm not trying. Patience. Patience, grasshopper. Patience. And if you practice patience, I'm quite sure that you have a good brisket. And I keep saying shallow trimming. You don't want to cut and gouge these briskets. It takes time, but it will be rewarded. Up here, it's a lot more fat up here, so I want to look at all that fat I just trimmed off. That's gonna make things nasty. And once you get the trimming, you'll start seeing the fat, and you'll start noticing, oh, okay, that's thicker. That's not an inch thick. That's not. I mean, a quarter-inch thick. Excuse me. That's an inch thick. That's a quarter-inch thick, and then you'll start seeing a difference once you start trimming. And like I said, we leave fat on the brisket meat to flavor and also to protect from the smoker. You know, if I was cooking competition, I'd box it up, trim it up and all that, but we're not doing that, so just gonna trim that a little bit up right here because it's just hanging over like this right here. Okay. I feel a little thickness over here, so just, like I say, you want to finish up the cut. You want to just make sure that you're filling your brisket. You'll see the difference between the like all that right there is fat. I'm starting to see a little working myself towards some meat, so I think I'm gonna stop trimming this area here pretty soon. But you can see it's fat that just, to me, it needs to be taken out. And I got a couple gouges of where I went too deep, but for the most part, all this fat is just gonna be that nice fat, that flavor fat, okay? This is not going to be none of that hard, nasty fat. So, the briskets are pretty much, what the word I'm looking for? Shaped in. So, when I put on my smoker, I'm going to kind of puff that thing up like such. So, that's how I'm probably going to smoke it, okay? So, all that's going to be protected, you know. If you want to, you can put some butcher twine on this thing. But as you can see, I think I did a good job of trimming this. I mean, you got silver skin here, a little bit of here, you know, but you can do that all day. My goal with this brisket trimming video is to help y'all guys out there that never did this before. If I can help one person trim a brisket, to go home and spend, let's be honest guys, briskets ain't cheap. I mean really it's not. So last thing a person want to do is try to copycat somebody that really does a phenomenal job. And I'm not trying to say I do a bad job, but I think I'm pretty easy to follow with this video. And basically, that's all meat. So when you slicing, you start here. You just slice, 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 slice. Then you get here, and I would cut and turn around and slice this grain of meat this opposite way right here. Like I said, you can even use some butcher twine to kind of shape up the way you want to. But normally when I put it on a smoker, I just put it where I would want it on the rack so that it looks good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to season this up with some SPG, salt, pepper, and garlic, and wrap it up in some saran wrap and put it in the refrigerator. And I'm going to smoke this brisket on a Master Build Sportsman Elite pellet cooker. And this is TNT Barbecue. I just want to say God bless you and God bless America. And thank y'all.